Welcome again to part 2 of my candle spells and my candles video. Again, I couldn't do a live one because I hadn't got 100 followers, which is that's no problem or issue at all. It's alright. But when I do have 100 followers, if I'm lucky enough to have that, then I'll be able to do lives and things like that. Boy, has it changed since I've done lives before. You can just do them. But anyway, we'll move on forward from that. Now, I've already pre-done this already, but this brown candle I'll be using later on for a spell for myself, and you're probably thinking, how on earth has he managed to stick it in there? Well, and to be secure. That's the key. You see, you need it. Anyone, if you haven't got a small hole candle holder, and you need to use something like this, then I suggest you try and find some wax dots to, you'll need a bit, not a lot, you don't need all that, that's too much. You'll need a bit from the wax to scrape along the bottom of the candle so you can secure the candle in a candle holder that's like this. If you, like I said, if you've got a candle holder where the hole is just about big enough for the candle to fit through and secure on its own, you don't need a wax spot or a wax dot, whatever you want to call it. If you want to use tea lights as well as part of the candle magic, not to do a spell with, but as an offering for your deity of choice or to offer to the universe, then I have dragons and they like red candles. You probably can't see the colour red. There you go. Red tea lights is just enough. Okay, and because they like red, my dragons like red, and this is actually scented, so they like the warm, they like Christmas smells. Actually, they like the warm smell of cinnamon and things like that. So that's why I've kept a couple of tea lights for an offering later on. Now, if you want to do a spell very quick and you're in a hurry, you can actually use birthday candles. Not that one, because it hasn't got a wick on it, but you can use birthday candles because they burn very quick, and if you're rushed for time, you can, as long as your focus and intent is on the candles that you use, any size of candle, it'll work. Okay, so if you're running out of time and you think, oh, I need to do a quick spell for this whatever's reason, then use a birthday one, just as good. And that leads on to when you are blowing out a birthday candle on your birthday cake. Witchcraft, because you're making a wish. You're wishing into the universe to bring you what you want. Right? So therefore that's how that ties in with your candles and your candle magic. Now, because I couldn't do a live one, it's thrown me a little of what I was going to say to you. Right? But all I'm going to say is that when you do a candle spell for anything, doesn't matter what, have the focus and intent there. Has to. Or with any spell you do. But with, as we're talking about candle spells at the minute, we'll focus on that. Like I said, any candle spell you're doing, have the focus and intent. It is important. And always protect yourself and the candles as well. Now, whatever I'm telling you is just my opinion and my thoughts only. Whoever's watching these, they might have a different opinion though and take on it. That's perfect if you have. These videos are just me basically saying how it is for me and how I go about them and things like that. Now, also as well, as I've got a little bit of time, as I'm at it, I said in the other video, this candle, it's a green one. It might not look green on the other video. Unfortunately, it's a bit broke. See that crack there? Now, I'm determined to use this candle. Now, if anyone's got any ideas or thoughts or feelings on how to keep this candle bound together, so I can use it, that's perfect. So please comment below. on the video if you've got any suggestions on how I can use that candle. I won't use it for this particular spell. I need to do for a lady. She would like me to do a money spell for her, so I'm using this one instead. So and that's another thing as well, you can use any size candle. You don't have to use that size. You don't have to use that size. You don't have to use the birthday ones. You can use this one, or you can even use a pillar candle as well, because as long as you burn the candles down to the minimum or they've gone, perfect. Okay, and if you're intending on making the spell last for a lot longer than this size would do, then that size was shown you, and a pillar candle, which is a big one, round about that big minimum, and round about that round, that thick. Okay, or you can use a votive candle. I'll quickly show you what I mean. And that's the size of a votive. Okay, pillar candle is a bit taller, it's about like that, and it's a bit thicker, and it could be that thin as well, but usually they're thicker. Even though they'll take a long time for you to burn them, as long as you keep on top of burning them every day, the spell will continue to work for you in your favour. Okay, also as well, very quick, because I don't ramble on too long, and make a third video for you, is that if you want to dress the candle and put oil on, make sure it's an oil that's suitable for the candle and suitable for the spell intended. Okay, now for example, if you are using a black one, I did have some black oil for the candle, and I use them from any candles I put it on. However, because it's a black one and I want to banish toxic negative energy away from it, for example, you start from the top. Again, this is only my opinion and my thoughts on what I'm telling you. Okay, but for the oil dressing, you from the top work your way down and away from you. Okay, so again, from the top all the way down. Try not to get near the wick, because that can make it a bit more hazardous. Okay, so remember that. Now I'll pull out the white one. The white one, if you're putting a candle oil on a white one, for example, or any positive candle colour, right, and you want it to work in your favour, and you want it to work for you and or for someone else, right, you do it from the bottom up. Okay, so it's towards you. Okay, again, it's my thoughts and feelings and opinion on what I'm sharing with you. So again, I'll reiterate for you, any banishing of anything negative, and you want to use an oil, top to bottom away, anything positive towards you and for other people, right, bottom to top, so it's towards you and to help with other people as well. Okay, so there's another video for candles and candle magic as well. Also as well, before I forget, is if you want to extra boost, you can use with any one of those candles I've shown you, is a gold or a silver candle. Now they will boost the spell that you're going to do on your altar or whatever you need a candle spell for. On top of which, also as well, on top of all that, you can inscribe on the candle. Now later on I might inscribe on that one, or inscribe on another brown one and do the double luck on the candles. So you inscribe anything that you need to inscribe on the candle using, you can use a little knife or a special tool or even a needle to inscribe on the wax of what you want. I always put my name and then maybe another word underneath, so it knows, so the universe or my deities know what the intended spell's for. Okay, so I've harped on for 9 minutes this time, so I do apologise for that, and hopefully you've enjoyed both videos, part 1 and part 2. Okay, speak to you soon, and I'll do another video eventually whenever I can think of another topic to do, and when I think of another topic to do, I'll do a video on that topic. Okay, see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.